morning, all. I'm Dr. Mrs. Ekman from the library, and I am here to enlighten you on the use of library skill. Library skill is important in general studies because it helps the students to know how to use the library, how to access the library and retrieve information for their educational activities, that is, in teaching and research activities. The target of this lecture is also to help other library users, like the lecturers, other researchers, who impart knowledge to the students. It helps them to retrieve information resources from the library to enable them carry out their activities successfully. This course is very important to the newly admitted students who may not have really used the library in their secondary school days because they are in a different environment now where they need to carry out their educational activities on their own self. In the secondary school days, it is the teachers that normally carry out the investigation on their behalf. But now, it is the students who will carry out this investigation, and it is only the library that will help them. The question now is, what is a library? We'll use the 3 B's to define the library. The first B is the building. The second B, the books. And the third B, the brains. That is, the library is a building where books are kept for use, and the brains that will organize these books for them to use. Therefore, it is very, very important for students to use the library while in school. One may ask, what is the function of a library? One of the functions of the library is to preserve books for immediate and future use. This will help the students to widen their scope of knowledge. The library now also provides these information resources to meet the 3 activities of the institution or of the university, which is teaching, learning, and research. They provide current materials for research through journals. The library also helps the students to read from the newspaper, from the magazines, that will help them relax themselves, because they said all works without play make Jack to become a dull boy. So it is used for recreational purposes. And from these information resources that we have in the library, some help the student to understand other people's culture. For example, a student who is in University of Calabar can read from these resources and understand the culture of the people in the West. That is the essence of students using the library. So there is no dull moment as far as the library is concerned. The materials are there to help you in achieving your educational aims. What are the duties of a library? We render services such as lending services. There are books for students to borrow while in school. You cannot say you are idle. You could not perform your tasks because there were no books. In the library, we give out books for students. As a student, you keep these books for 2 weeks, after which you will pay a fine. We provide comfortable accommodations for the students. So you don't have any reason to say, I could not use the library because there was no accommodation. We provide good accommodations where you will have your fans on, good cross ventilation, a relaxed environment for you to read. We also have materials in electronic formats, which is the e-library. So students can also use the electronic library to get the information they need if they do not have opportunity to use the open shelf library. Now, one may ask, what is information resources? They simply refer to those medium which information are recorded. They include the books, the journals, newspapers, magazines, and others. And the information resources in these libraries are in 2 categories. Like I mentioned earlier, we have them in e-resources. That is, we have the e-journals, the e-books, the e-newspaper. So a student has no reason not to use the library. The library is a place to be. As far as this period is concerned, the library is supposed to be your second home. No dull moment for students. These books are there for students to use while in school. Now we'll talk a little on books. What is a book? It is a compilation of recorded or written sheets put together. Normally, a book is supposed to be more than 50 pages. It can be written in any department. We have these books, science books, medical books. They are all there for students to use while in school. So like I told you earlier, the library is a place that welcomes visitors. We have books we borrow out. We provide seats for you. We have the reference books. We do reference services. For those new students who may not know their whereabouts, there are staff there who will direct you on where to go and how to get whatever book you want. We do user education, like what we are doing now. We are educating you on how to use the book. We have current awareness services. We display our book, especially the new ones. We educate you on the current things that are going on in the library. We do interlibrary loan services. So, because I know there are books that we may not have in our own library, we work hand in hand with the CRUTEC library. It is our duty to go as far as CRUTEC to get these resources for you. So there is no time that a student will come to the library and will not have a book to read. The library is a place to be for all the students. So You need to use the resources in the library. They will help you to improve your academic activities. You are not here to do fashion show, you're here to read, because you are the future hope of our country, Nigeria. And the staff in the library, we are ever ready to attend to you whenever you come to the library. We have electronic information resources, and we have these same resources on the open shelf section of the library. Our staff are well trained to educate you or direct you, guide you whenever you need them. You're welcome.